Alright, here we are on deck 15 all the way forward. As you can see right here in the blue highlighted area right here, this is as far as forward as you can get on the ship. This is the Serenity deck. This is where the adults only Serenity section is, and I'm going to walk out there and show you guys what the Serenity on the Carnival Horizon looks like. Also on deck 15 you'll find Fresh Creations. This is a salad creation station. They have pre-made salads, or you can have them make it whatever you want, the way they, with whatever ingredients they have. It's complimentary. Deck 15 is also where you'll find the entrance to the water slides. Okay, so back inside on deck 15, we're going to go down to the next deck, which would be deck 14. There isn't really anything on there except for the upstairs section of the spa and cabins. So we'll go down there and then we'll proceed on. this is deck 12. Carnival does not have a deck 13. This is the spa deck. This is where you would come to go to the gym and go to the treatment centers. We're still in the front of the ship. This is deck 12 forward. Okay, so as I said, this is deck 12. From the elevators to the right is the spa, and to the left would be back towards the deck and the water park and water slides. So we're going to go out that way. So we are still in the very front of the ship. We're walking towards the aft right now. Alright, this is Dr. Seuss's Waterworks. This is the miniature water park. Great fun for kids and adults. Except for the slide where you get on up on deck 15. The water park is all here down on deck 12. We are midship. Alright, moving towards the aft of the ship from there. We will come up on the Lido and the big movie screen where they do the outdoor movies. Alright, this is deck 12 of the Lido deck. The Lido is, or not the deck 12 of the Lido deck, this is deck 12 of the main pool area, which people often refer to as the Lido. As you can see, this morning was towel animal morning. Carnival does this usually once every cruise. They fill the Lido with different towel animals. As you can see on this ship, the main pool area is actually 3 levels, deck 12, 11, and then 10. So we'll proceed around the main pool area on deck 12 here and proceed towards the aft of the ship. Deck 12, just aft of midship, is where you'll find the entrance to the Sky Ride and Sky Course area. This is between the main pool area and the sports area. Okay, we're still on deck 12. We have moved towards the aft of the ship, and this is the sports square area. Alright, on the very aft of the ship, you'll find the basketball courts on deck 12. Also on deck 12, you'll find the Sky Fitness area. This is your outdoor fitness area. All this exercise equipment uses your own body weight. You can come out here and work out. Alright, still on deck 12. This is as far aft as you can go on deck 12. We're overlooking the Tides pool. The Tides pool is on deck 10. Okay, we're going to go ahead and proceed down to deck 11 from the aft end of the ship here. Like I mentioned, deck 11 aft overlooks the Tides pool bar, which is on deck 10 aft. As you can see, the Tides pool has a bar and a pool, 2 hot tubs, and lots of loungers. It's a little more relaxing than the Midship pool, the main pool, where they always have live music and loud music and lots of people and shows and stuff going on. But you can also utilize deck 11 as it has a lot of lounge chairs. There's some clamshells and things like that. So let's go ahead and proceed inside deck 11. Alright, inside deck 11 you'll find the entrances to Gigi's Kitchen and Cucina del Capitano. Gigi's is the Asian restaurant, Cucina is the Italian restaurant. Both of these are available for you. They are an upcharge though. They're $15 per person cover charge for each one of these restaurants. And so here's Gigi's Asian Kitchen. It's nice views if you sit by the table. It's nice and comfortable. And then just across the way Cucina del Capitano. If you want more information or a review on this restaurant, we did go to it. Check out our other travel logs and you can get a full review on Cucina and most of the other restaurants, eating establishments, and bars on board the Carnival Horizon. Alright, so from deck 11 aft, we're going to proceed down one level to deck 10, and we will be at deck 10 aft, so we'll take a look at the Tides pool bar. Alright, so this is the Tides pool bar area, or Tides pool area. There's the Tides pool bar. We saw this from up on deck 11. Deck 11 aft is also where you will find the seafood shack. Pizzeria del Capitano. Del Capitano. It is open 24 hours a day, and they will make you pizza, or you can even have it delivered. And that is all that 10 Alright, if we proceed in on either side of the ship, starboard or port for the deck 10 we will come to the Leo Marketplace. This is your main buffet. Proceeding forward out of the buffet area, you come to the main resort pool. This is the main pool on deck 10, Midship. In this area, you will find the Blue Iguana Cantina. Again, we ate here for lunch and breakfast. They have a salsa bar. If you'd like a full review of the Blue Iguana, please check out our other travelogue videos where we give full reviews for nearly every eating establishment on this boat. And this is the Blue Iguana Cantina. You know, all your drinks while out on the pool deck. Across the other side is the Red Frog Rum Bar. Obviously the rum bar specializes in rum drinks, while the Blue Iguana specializes in tequila drinks. Okay, on deck 11, just aft, just behind the main pool bar, or main pool area, is Camp Ocean. This is for the kids. And additionally is the clubhouse. But you can access these areas from these doors, which are right off of the main pool area on deck 11. So from deck 10, midship pool area, we're going to go ahead and proceed down to deck 7. Decks 8 and 9 and 8 are all just cabins. As you can see here, deck 9 and 8 are all staterooms. Okay, so deck 6, as you'll see, is kind of separated. You have to, from these stairs at midship, I'll turn around and show you back, there's like a half stair. So up there is deck 7, and down here is deck 6, but also over there is deck 6. And we'll go over there in a second. But just so you know, you do have to go over this little like half deck. So on this side, on deck 6, the Circle C, this is your kids area. This is for kids ages 12 to 14. We saw the Camp Carnival section upstairs. All of our kids are not kids anymore and not old enough to, not young enough to use that. Then here's the arcade. It's a pretty good size arcade. And yes, it does have Pac-Man Smash. Okay, so proceeding back out of the arcade, so we will go over this little half floor. This is all considered deck 6, and we will proceed over to where the IMAX ticket area is in the thrill ride section, or thrill theater section. This is like your typical theater setup. You can get Coke and popcorn and snacks. Right here, you have cool little iPads where you can select the movie you want to watch, buy the tickets, all right here on the iPad. And then over here to the left, they've got a little waiting area, so if you've got time to kill, you can just come in here and sit down and not have to go anywhere. Alright, everything else on deck 6 is cabin, so we're going to go ahead and proceed down to deck 5. Alright, so if you come down those stairs from deck 6 that were at the Thrill Theater, the IMAX area, you'll be in the front, the forward part of the ship. You'll come down and immediately to your right or to your left is the Liquid Lounge. This is the main theater. We've been in there several times. If you'd like a review of any of the shows, please check out our travel vlogs. We went and saw several of the shows and did a review on all of them. Okay, so this is the main theater, which they call the Liquid Lounge of the ship. It is 2 decks. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head back out. Heading back out on deck 5. Alright, like I said, we are the forward part of the ship, walking towards the gap, walking towards midship. On the right, we got the Carnival store, which is connected to the Victoria's Secret. It's all one shop. And of course here.
Y'all really should be here.
From Michigan, he's having a great
He's doing a
time.
great thing.
This is awesome.
Y'all should
we're
be
up
here.
early. We're
This is
being
my
crazy.
man. How you
We're going
doing?
to breakfast.
man?
All right.
Good morning.
Morning. We're full of friendly people here. They're going to be famous. Alright, and so we are now at the Midship Atrium. This is the deck 5 of the Midship Atrium. The Midship Atrium is 3 levels, as you can see. It has the infamous Midship Atrium screen, which the Vista class ships are kind of known for. Everybody recognizes them. It doesn't have the big, huge, 8-level grand atrium like some of the older Carnival ships, but it's still nice. It's still plenty big enough. It's still pretty grand. Maybe not quite as grand as before, but I think the digital screen is a nice touch. It's kind of gives credence to, technology and the way we're going. Alright, so proceeding, I'm going to go ahead and just wrap all the way around deck 5 here around the Midship Atrium. You have your makeup store over here, and then you have Cherry on top where you can get all of your snacks, candy by the pound, and things like that. Alright, so we'll go back around. Victoria's Secret. Okay, so on the other side of the atrium, we have here's the other Deck 5 entrance to Liquid Lounge. But then on top of that, they have several stores on this side. All of these are what we call the shiny stores. They all sell jewelry and watches and things like that. This is Hip Fish, fashion jewelry. Here's the watch store. You can get yourself a watch on a cruise. I actually did buy the watch I'm currently wearing on a cruise. You can get some pretty good deals, and remember, tax and duty free.
Morning.
Morning. Proceed around. Another shiny store. This is the more expensive shiny store. Okay, so proceeding on from deck 5, midship lobby. To the left, you'll find the library bar. The library bar, it's a nice quiet area. You can come in here and read a book. They have books to loan out, games you can play. They also have automatic wine dispensing machine. All you have to do is slide your card, and you can enjoy a glass of wine. Okay, proceeding on deck 5. To the right here, we have the piano bar, which was fun. We did that on embarkation day. We might do it again before we leave. If you want a full review and to see what all the fun looks like, check out our travel vlog. That would have been embarkation day. So you can see the fun and crazy hijinks that went on in here. Just across from the piano bar is Bonsai Teppanyaki Sushi. This is like your traditional teppanyaki restaurant. You can get sushi, or you can go to teppanyaki and get the show where they flip the shrimp and make the fire volcano out of onions and all that stuff that they do in any other teppanyaki restaurant. Directly across, well, in between here is the casino, and specifically the casino bar. They have one of the mini screens, similar to the one in the Midship Atrium, just a lot smaller. This area is glassed off because they do allow smoking. So this glassed off area prevents the smoke from escaping the casino area there. But directly across from Bonsai Teppanyaki is Fahrenheit 555. This is the Carnival Steakhouse. It is upcharged. It is, I don't remember off the top of my head. If you want to know the price, we are going there to eat, and we did a full review on Fahrenheit 555. That would be our last sea day. If you want a full review on that, you can go ahead and check it out. Bonsai Teppanyaki Sushi is also an upcharge. However, if you get sushi, it is a la carte. In between 555 and Teppanyaki is the Alchemy Bar. This is all the rage on the Carnival ships. If you know anything about Carnival, I'm sure you've heard lots of talk about the Alchemy Bar. We've been here once. It's always really busy. At the times we try to come, I've heard it gets better later, but it's always really busy when we came. The bartenders are really good. They make specialty cocktails, and they put on a little bit of a show for you with just how they pour the bottles and do the shakers above their head and things like that. So this is the Alchemy Bar, and we are at deck 5, just after Midship. Proceeding along deck 5, you'll also find the Pixels area. This Carnival ship has gone completely digital, so There's no pictures on the wall anymore. There are just iPads. You can just sit down at one of these iPad stations, look at all your pictures, and print them out. Additionally, you can look at all your pictures from your stateroom TV and order them as well. And I did a full review on the Carnival television application and how that works. If you're interested in seeing that, check out our travel blog. Alright, so just aft of the Pixels area is the Pig and Anchor. This is the Guy Fieri branded smokehouse. It's your typical kind of barbecue. They have a bar. Their bar has specialty drinks. The menu. As you can see, there is an upcharge to this restaurant, but it's very inexpensive. We ate there last night. $8 for an entree, $4 for an appetizer, $2 for a side, $3 for dessert. So it's definitely not overly expensive. And they even have a bar. If you don't feel like eating, you can still come and sit at the bar. It is Guy Fieri branded, and the food was very good. Again, if you want a full review of the Guy's Pig and Anchor, watch our travel blog. Additionally, they actually do brew their own beer here. They do brew their beer on board, as you can see here. They also offer free tours of the brewery. If you come and sign up, I think you have to do that pretty early. I think they fill it pretty quick, but they do offer free tours of the brewery, so you can see how they actually make beer at sea. Alright, so back out here on deck 5. Like I said, we are still proceeding aft. Alright, next you're going to come to Java Blue in the shake spot. This is where you can come and get a specialty coffee. You can also get specialty milkshakes. They will also even put alcohol in milkshakes. They have some milkshakes that involve liquor. So I highly recommend checking this out. They also have some fresh made pastries for breakfast, and they also have desserts at lunch. I've seen, and dinner. I've seen cupcakes and things like that in there. Alright, now just after that, this is the Ocean Plaza area. It is very large. There's a bar over in this corner, and then over in this area is the Ocean Plaza indoor part of the area. Now on both sides of this room, they have revolving doors with an outside seating area. However, a little known fact about Ocean Plaza is they do a continental breakfast down here. So if you don't want to fight the Lido deck, it's a good secret, and I'll show you guys. So they have hash browns and eggs and pastries and breads and hot cereals and cold cereals. So if you don't feel like fighting the Lido deck, you come down here to Ocean Plaza and get yourself some food. And as I said, this is the outdoor area. We'll just go out on one side. Go through the revolving doors. Good morning. Like I said, over here to the left is the Ocean Plaza Bar. And if we continue aft a little bit further, we will be at the very back of the ship, as far as you can go. And you will find the Havana Bar. Now the Havana area is it costs extra to stay in this room. We can't access the Havana area. They have their own private pool, hot tub, things like that. However, anybody is allowed to come to the Havana Bar. So we're going to take a look at the Havana Bar now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and head out of the Havana area, which, just a reminder, we're still on deck 5, on the very aft of the ship. We're going to head down to deck 4, and we will be right at the main dining room restaurant. It's 2 levels. We'll be at the top level, which is deck 4, the Meridian Restaurant. Alright, here we are on deck 4. This is the top entrance to the Meridian Restaurant. This is your main dining room experience. This deck, deck 4, is reserved for anytime dining. So if you have anytime dining, you can check in either on the app, or I'll show you down the hall here, and they tell you what time to be here. If you check in on the app, then it's fine. You just come here, show up, deck 4, and they'll tell you where to go, and they'll take you to your table. We did it several times, and it worked flawlessly, no problem. Alright, so we're going to proceed back towards the front of the ship on deck 4. Like I said, we are all the way in the aft end of the ship. This is as aft as you can possibly go. From here, you'll come to the first thing you'll come to is the Limelight Lounge. This is a multi-use facility. This is where they do the comedy shows. It's also where they do other shows. It's also the nightclub. So after everything's over, it does become the nightclub. As you can see, they move those chairs, and all of that becomes a dance floor. So, the Limelight Lounge, deck 4, aft. Okay. Alright, proceeding forward still along deck 4. Next thing we're going to come to is the casino. scratch that. Sorry. The next thing we're gonna come to is the Skybox Sports Bar. I almost forgot about that. Skybox Sports Bar. They have a bunch of screens. They're always on sports. It's not huge. We came in here on embarkation day because we embarked on a Sunday and football was on, and it was seriously packed, people standing everywhere. Also, they over here in the corner, they have an electronic Texas Hold'em table. I'm assuming they do tournaments and stuff in here. I haven't been there to see that. We haven't spent a whole lot of time in here. But Skybox Sports Bar, deck 4.
What's next for U.S. soccer superstar Christian Pulisic?
Okay, so now, proceeding forward, next thing you're going to come to is the Horizon Casino. And you're not supposed to film in the casino, so we're going to try to just walk through quickly so you guys can see what it looks like. Alright, so we've made it back midship. We are on now deck 4, which is the middle deck of the atrium. Again, there are shops all surrounding the atrium. Here on deck 4, I'll show you which shops they have. Okay, and if you travel aft of the atrium area on deck 4, you will find the main entrance to the liquid lounge. This is the main floor, ground floor entrance to the liquid lounge. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. They have entrances both on the starboard and port side, and they are exactly the same. So let's walk inside. From the aft end of the ship, just outside the liquid lounge, we're going to go ahead and proceed down to deck 3. Okay, so we are deck 3, closer towards the aft of the ship. This is where you will find the main floor of the atrium. And as we've seen from above, this is the main floor. This is where the bar is located. They do photos here. This is also where you will find the Carnival Adventures desk. Over on this side, it's where you can go and talk to them if you want to book a shore excursion, if you have a problem with a shore excursion, if you have questions about a shore excursion, basically anything shore excursions where you want to go to. On the other side of the atrium, you have guest services. If you've ever cruised before, you know what guest services is, you know what they do. Additionally, over here, just outside guest services, they have a ATM, so you can use this. It's an ATM and sales sign kiosk. You can add cash to your card. You can do anything having to do with your sales on a card that you could do with a representative, but you can do it here and not have to wait for a representative at guest services. Alright, so if we proceed along towards the front of the ship on deck 3, we are going to come to the other main dining room experience on the ship, and it's called Reflections. I believe this is only for guests who have assigned dining. I have not even set foot in this restaurant. Oh, that's incorrect. This is my muster station. So this is the other restaurant, Reflections. They obviously have it all not put together. But this is the entrance is deck 3 off of the atrium lobby area. Okay, so the only thing else that's on deck 3 is the entrance to the Meridian main dining room, which is in the aft end of the ship. But you can't get to it from deck 3 here in the lobby area. You have to come back up from deck 4 or down to deck 2 to get there. So we're going to walk back down to deck 4, or we will walk back up to deck 4 and then across through the casino and then down to deck 3 again to see the Meridian main entrance. Okay, so we're back here, deck 4 at the aft staircase elevators. This is where the upstairs entrance to the Meridian restaurant is that I was telling you about. And so to get to the main floor or downstairs entrance, you just have to come down to deck 3. Alright, so this is deck 3. This is the main floor entrance to the Meridian restaurant. This is main dining room. This is the main dining room they use to serve breakfast. Alright, and there are nothing but staterooms on decks 1 and 2. So we're not going to film the staterooms. Okay, so that was the ship tour of the Carnival Horizon. It is December 2019. We're on board the 6-day cruise, and in case anybody's wondering, I filmed that tour starting at approximately 7:45 in the morning till approximately 9:15 in the morning, so you can kind of get an idea of how busy the ship looks. And it's also the day that we are pulling into Cozumel, Mexico.
we're supposed to port at 10:30, so a lot of people slept in, so that's why I thought it was a good day to film the tour. It wouldn't be as busy. So just give you guys an idea. If you liked the tour, you want to see more ship tours, check out our travel vlogs, like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions about the Carnival Horizon, drop them down below. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions we possibly can. And like I said, if you want to see reviews about the ship, about any of the restaurants, we cover most, if not everything, on the ship in our travel vlog. But please like and subscribe, and you'll get access to all of that information. You'll be able to see it as soon as it's released. All right, bye for now.